It's live now. It's live now and the mic's working, I think. Let me just double check. Microphone is working. Microphone's working. Ooh. Hey, we can probably turn it up if Darren's not here.
Holy shit, that'd be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he won't be yelling at it, so...
Like, none of us make it go yellow.
So turn it up.
Yeah.
What if I talk like
Whoa! That's a spike.
Amazing.
Hi. Hi. Oh, welcome to Accidental Noise Complaints. I mean, Accidental Heroes. If it's your first time and you enjoy the content, just hit follow. If you want to catch up on all the past episodes, they are on YouTube. There's a link in the description below that goes to the YouTube channel. If you also like it, if you can follow that link and hit subscribe, because we're chasing the rainbow on YouTube, trying to get the vanity URL.
Yep.
None of us really know what it does or how it works, but it's fine.
Over to the summary?
Yeah.
Great.
Recap.
The recap.
Mushroom cap.
The heroes fall through the void of time once again before landing deep in an unfamiliar forest. In the darkness of the night, they see the light of a lantern. Creeping closer, they discover a group of thugs making terrible plans to kill a child in exchange for a handsome payment. Intuitively, and based on their past experiences, Urbag makes the guess that they are talking about murdering a younger version of Eleanor. He immediately informs Damal, who quietly draws her blades and stalks toward the small group of men. Working together, Damal and Aisha unleash their fury upon the men, killing them without hesitation. Upon their deaths, however, their lifeless bodies explode in a shower of shrapnel and heat. Then Urbag reveals there was a second group of assassins who had gone ahead to the large farmhouse in the distance to do the terrible deed. No doubt they had been alerted by the sounds of fighting and explosions. Urbag summons his trusty mount, Steve, while Damal summons a tiger, and they both ride with great haste towards the farmhouse. Aisha takes to the sky and Sasha follows as best she can on foot. Once they catch up, Urbag and Damal attack the assassins with blade and claw, while Aisha fires supporting arrows into the enemies from range. However, they find themselves unable to prevent the assassins from setting aflame the side of the farmhouse. This develops into a large blaze, and soon screams and panic can be heard from the inhabitants within. The fighting is fierce, and both Damal and Urbag are defeated during the fray. However, the heroes manage to prevail in the end and slay all the assassins, allowing the farmhouse inhabitants to escape out the back. As the flames rage and consume the farmhouse, the heroes decide to retreat back into the tree line from where they came to avoid appearing responsible for the attack and arson. While fleeing, Urbag trips on something in the dark and reflexively grabs at it to take it with him, feeling that it is important somehow. Reaching the forest, the heroes once again see an angry cloud of darkness envelop and pull them in. As they are taken once again to yet another moment in time, Urbag looks down at his hand and sees that he is holding a simple wooden signboard that says, Sun Home Orphanage. Where and when will the adventurers find themselves next? Where are they being given the ability to affect the past? What dangers will this bring? Who is powerful enough to pull such magical feats?
Thank you.
Dun,
Dun,
Thank
dun,
you.
dun. And welcome to episode 20.
Wow.
Walk into Darkness.
20 episodes. And
20
2 weeks
episodes.
in a row.
Yes, 2 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row? 3 weeks in a row.
It's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're losing people, but
Lots happens in 3 weeks.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you fall through the darkness and then eventually you land on solid ground. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to your new surroundings. You think you are indoors or underground perhaps. A faint magical light illuminates the area. The air is warm but very still. There is a pleasant scent of lotus flowers that carries through the air. And the floor beneath your feet is dark, made of polished marble. You have definitely realized that you're no longer outside. You find yourself in a large hallway, and to either side are a row of pillars. But these pillars are strange. They resemble a column of melted wax and don't seem to reach all the way to the roof. In essence, they aren't supporting the ceiling at all. And at the far end, you see a raised stone dais, which is like a platform. What do you wish to do?
This reminds me of one of the other scenes quite a lot. So I'm going to drop into stealth and have a look around.
In which way do you go?
Okay, checking around this column. Hello, Poe. Hello. Hello,
So
people.
you are examining the column.
Yeah, I'm just having a look and seeing
The
what I
column
can
does
see.
indeed appear waxy and perhaps a little bit damp or moist.
Mhm.
I used the word.
I used the
It's a
word.
good word.
Yeah.
It's very descriptive.
You have no idea what it's made of.
Okay. And can I see anything else?
No, nothing else of interest in the room besides the three of you. You realize one of your party members is missing, but that will be explained later. And then, like I said, there's a raised stone dais at the far end.
Can I go into
How-
stealth? Do I need to
how
roll
big-
for that?
You
Is the stone
you are in
dais?
stealth, but
Yeah.
if the roll is necessary, I'll get you to roll.
Okay.
Is it
cool.
there?
We'll say yeah, sure, it's there.
Is it that big?
It is larger. It encompasses perhaps the whole length
Okay.
of that.
Sasha is gonna spend the 10 minutes it takes to finally put her armor on.
Sasha, yes.
We're gonna have 4
You
hours
see
and then have a rest. do we?
Sasha struggling and putting her armor on. In front of you, there's a bit of clank, clank, clank. Says, Urbag, help me with these straps.
Finally,
Whoa.
There is lots of cursing under her breath about
having not worn the armor, so
having not worn the armor and taking such a hiding because of it.
Eventually you get the armor on and it feels comfortable and safe in your, I guess, your family's armor. We'll say
Can I
that's where it
do-
came from. Yeah.
Can I get some heals? How do I arrange that?
You cannot get any heals because
It's
Sasha
out.
is tapped.
because the healer is tapped out.
Yeah.
She has
Everyone's tapped out.
4 spell slots left and she is not wasting them.
So if Kevin
on
wants to kill
healing
us,
word.
kill us this week.
I
is
think
the
I'm
week.
on 7 HP.
I'm on 12.
Yep.
You're on
Yep.
5.
Yep.
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
Please don't kill us,
I,
Kevin.
I suggest we spend some time resting here. If we need to move, we will move. Otherwise, it is quiet at the moment. If we take this chance to rest,
Have a long rest.
yes.
Can we?
Even
Oh,
even a short rest would do us all right.
Let's do a long rest.
We can try for a long rest.
Yeah. I'll get the door. Because we can long rest in the
But
door.
we can't long rest in the door because it hasn't been 24 hours.
Wait,
Correct. Since you last used the door, it has not been 24 hours.
what? One moment,
It
call.
may have physically been 24 hours,
Or many, many years.
but it has not been 24 hours.
One moment, caller.
Yeah, for the effect of your possessions, it's not been 24 hours.
Do I have the spell slot? Do. I have the spell slot.
To do
What?
what?
Tiny hut.
So we move to the side of the room in tiny hut.
There's. I mean,
Oh, we
Where
can tiny hut
exactly
right here,
in the
can't we?
room do you wish to go to?
We're in the middle, right?
Yes,
There's a hallway.
yes.
Is it just a hallway, or is it?
It is a hallway and it extends all the way far into the darkness that way. You can't even see the end. And
We're
like I
in
said, this
Moria.
way is an end.
Yeah.
What?
But
we
is,
can tiny
like,
hut in Moria.
like left and
They
right
only come out when you
walls, or is it
disturb
just
them.
darkness all around us? Like,
It is, well, there are walls on these sides.
yeah,
So it's darkness all the way to that end.
yeah. So
Yeah.
move to.
There's very
see
faint
the-
light around you. It's
I'm
not
gonna-
much light.
So
I'm
if
gonna
we
like
tiny hut here-
investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cast a spell.
I cast my spell.
You attempt to tiny hut. The tiny hut does not materialize around you.
Spell slot wasted. Remove said spell slot.
I did. I'm running.
I think I'm out.
I have handy.
I have
cantrip.
1 second level spell left.
I've got 2 first, 2 third, 3 fourth, and a 5th.
Can I just like go to sleep?
Maybe.
Yeah, you can try to go to sleep.
Okay. I try and just
ground.
go to
Sound
sleep
right.
on the ground right where I am.
So she
I'm just like, "Oh, I'm done.
Oh no, I don't have any 5th.
you see Damal obviously no longer
Slip into
sleeping.
meditation.
She kind of sits onto the ground and
I only need 4 hours for a long
yeah,
rest. So.
and begins to slip into meditation. What do the rest of you do?
I will not lean against one of those pillars because that does not seem like a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That does not seem like a good idea either.
I will kind of
Back to
just-
back?
Well, I will kind of just lay down because our back to back means like the whole top half of my body is
Yeah,
not
you're
being
tiny
supported
or
by
small.
you at all.
Right,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna lie
Yeah,
my
but
back against you when
We,
you lie down.
basically
'cause
just lie
that's-
down
Yeah.
Cuddle.
and just
lay
kind
down.
of just everything that's happened over the last period of time that's been fucking a lot.
Yeah.
We attempt a long rest, Kevin.
We are done.
Exhaustedly, you kind of sink to the
We're
ground.
just
Um, perhaps 5 or 10 minutes pass.
No, for fuck's sake.
And you do notice because you are within range, an old lady step out from one of the sides of the thing and kind of wanders over to there.
Why
Of
she
course
got a
she does.
sword?
Because
That was the only figure I had in hand, so
Okay.
that would be. An old lady slowly steps out from the side, dressed in a simple silk robe. We'll say Damal's not asleep so she can see.
Yeah.
Dressed in a simple silk robe, she appears to be a drow, and an extremely old one for one of her race.
Fuck.
Damal knows that normal drow matrons, because they are feminine society, I guess they rule
Yeah.
Matriarchal.
Matriarch.
yeah, matriarchal society. They usually take great pride in their appearance, often looking very attractive all the way up to the end of their lives. But this one doesn't. This old lady looks like a shriveled up prune, much resembling the appearance of the priest monk of legend, the Great Yoda.
Amazing.
On that though,
Yes.
would he be a priest monk? Would he not at least be like?
I
would he be-
considered him a priest monk when he was in his older age.
Still kind of a
You look
sorcerer.
you look at Clone Wars. He's fucking priest monk.
Yeah, he's
Because
priest
he's still
monk.
backflipping and shit.
Yeah. He's
Ah,
got the
he's-
martial powers of a monk,
Yeah.
and he's definitely a priest because
Religion.
It's
for the Jedi Order and
Force
his
and
force
able.
and all that. Well, I wouldn't call him a knight.
I love these conversations. This is great.
Well, that's why I thought sorcerer
Nah.
monk.
Yeah,
Sorcerer.
that would have been like Palpatine or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't use enough
like Force
Um,
lightning and all that.
actual, like, he's got force powers,
Yeah.
but
But that's
push
monk,
pull-
like.
Yeah, that's
And they can do like levitate and stuff. Because that's mostly what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She sees the three of you kind of slumped on the ground, and she appears to be delighted that you have come to visit her. Her eyes sparkle and her mouth turns into a friendly smile.
I'm like, hi, what's up? Hi, I'm Jamal. Nice, lovely to make your acquaintance.
Isn't there some sort of like protocol that you need to do
I'm
with
fucked.
your?
No, I'm fucked. Like, there's no. Like, I'm done.
Oh,
Damal introduces herself.
It's,
this is where she eats our souls.
yeah.
it's alright.
She could.
My character doesn't have a soul anyway. It won't be very nutritious.
Heyo.
And who are the other two of you youngsters?
I nudge you guys awake and be like, hey, lady, introduce, thanks.
Youngsters.
I will give her my
Am I young? I am young.
formal title.
And what is your full formal title?
Fuck,
Who
what
you
was it?
can't remember.
I can't
You
remember.
can't remember.
Sasha
Pendesar.
Pendesar of House Pendesar, daughter to the High Overseer.
Bob.
What else was it? Something. Priestess of Timot.
Urbag.
Just Urban. Okay. She says, "Come closer so that we may chat."
Yep.
For you are in my home.
I move closer. I'm like, hi. Is it close enough?
Yeah, it's close enough.
That do?
Ah, what the hell? I move closer as well.
Like, I'm
Sasha moves closer.
It takes a fair bit of effort for Sasha to get up because she's pretty exhausted, but eventually she makes it there.
just rolls over.
It rolls over.
We're all fucked, so that's fine.
She seems happy that you have
Roll your
approached
way
her in
there.
a friendly manner instead of with weapons drawn. And she kind of squints at you and takes in your appearance. And eventually she says, "Ah, the heroes of Freeport, finally here."
Huh?
She smirks a little bit at you and she says, "Actually, I'm quite offended by that title that people have given you. It makes you all seem so small, so insignificant. But you and I both know that you are anything but insignificant. You have defeated and humiliated gods and demons,
Yeah, we
started and ended wars, and discovered secrets far beyond other mortals.
It's true.
Yeah, we are epic.
How do you wish to respond?
I say thank you. You are clearly wise, and we wish to make your acquaintance.
I'm like,
She introduced herself?
no.
I just
No.
say we wish to make your acquaintance.
I'm like, how do you know who we are?
We're all allowed to say different things.
Yep. That's why I say.
She responds to you with a question. She says, you do appear to be missing a few. I recall 2 warriors among your number. One holy and the other a little bit less than.
Where is Aisha?
I think she's referring to Rook and John.
Oh.
She knows where Aisha is now.
Oh.
Then she turns to Damal and looks at the Drow gem on Damal's wrist.
Well, then it should be
says-
3.
What did she say?
Oh, sorry.
No, because she knows where Aisha is, so she's not going to say Aisha's missing.
Yeah, but
And
I
she says,
noticed that.
yeah, you noticed that. She says, I am pleased that my gift has reached you, and in turn you have brought all of them here.
What?
And I'm just like, please, can you introduce yourself? Some context and explanation would be lovely.
Storyline.
Storyline. What happens here? So to you, she appears to be an old
She
lady.
casts Finger of Death and we all die.
It's your mother, matriarchal figure.
Yeah, no. I want to hit the full
And you ask her who she is. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
She seems to playfully skirt around the question.
I was pretty direct. How do you playfully skirt around that?
She
Like this.
Tut, tut,
That-
tut.
That's
Yeah,
it.
she
That's your
smiles at
cute
you
kid.
and playfully skirts around the question, and she says to you, "You surprised me, Damal. I thought it to my benefit that you walk in the light and you ally and surround yourself with the virtuous. You hate your people, and yet you have embraced your dark heritage wholeheartedly through your actions."
Just murder hoboing people.
She says that with a mixture of disappointment and pride.
Yeah, of course she does.
Yeah.
She's like,
Then she faces Urbag and she smiles. Her form changes to that of ink. And she says, "You clever gnome, trying so hard to live up to your family name, but you are far bigger and nobler than you pretend to be, Urbag."
I take a step back because Ink is currently in hell.
Yes, Ink is currently
like,
in hell, but Ink with a female voice.
Or is he?
Or is he?
Yeah, well, we don't know, but
We're just
we
like,
Was
presume.
it
What
ever
the-
Ink, or was Ink a changeling?
I'd be taken back by seeing Ink, so I know I take a step back.
Yes.
I'm like,
She sees the shock on your face and she kind of expects it. But she seems to have complimented you in some way. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
but
how do you wish to respond?
I'm like, but
Because this is where you get a lot of answers.
this is, what? Aren't you in hell? What? How did you change? What is? Who?
She says, "You should know by now I'm not really your uncle. You see
Ah.
me as how you see me as a person you feel most comfortable with."
So she appears to us as our most.
Well, she's been
relaxed.
changing based on who she's talking to, I guess.
Right.
But for some reason, she's talking to you as an old, shriveled up Yoda Drow lady
Interesting.
Old shriveled up Yoda Joe lady. I'm
that
like,
you do not recognize.
where
I
are
feel
we?
most comfortable with it.
Where are you? You are in my home,
Which is
far away from mortal land, from the world that you come from.
We're on another plane again.
Yes, you are.
Great. Have you brought us here? And if so, for what purpose?
Have you brought us here? She says. So Sasha's keeping quiet?
Sasha hasn't had a chance to speak yet.
Alright. At any point, Sasha may speak.
Yep.
But she does reply to the bar and she says, That's a good question. You wonder why you are here. It's because right now you are the most important people in existence. You are my chosen. You are the antagonist, and you are going to save the entire world again.
Fuck, that weight's heavy.
Yep.
Where's Aisha?
Interesting you should mention that one. She was not brought here because her purpose has been compromised. I believe I noticed that she was under the thrall of someone who is working against us. If you must know, she did betray your location in that undead elf town city.
Oh yeah, because of the
wooden robin.
Yeah. Right.
Where was the wooden robin?
She
That
got
was-
charmed by
That chick.
the chick.
Yeah.
The
what's
drow,
our druid
the
friend's
druid lady.
name?
Right.
Oliver's.
Oliver's
sister?
cousin or sister or something. Yeah,
Cousin, sister.
cousin sister.
Sister, cousin.
Mother's auntie.
Sister, wife.
Brother's daughter.
What?
And how do you wish to respond to that? To the revelation that
That Aisha is missing?
Aisha is missing and been not invited to this realm.
Wow. That's incredible. I'd
How
never have
convenient.
seen it coming that Aisha wouldn't be in the campaign anymore.
I'm just like whatever. Like,
Sure.
it's not.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
you never really liked Aisha. No. Or were you starting to like
the
Aisha?
character and
I know.
I didn't get along particularly well because all I did was poke.
Yeah,
Yes.
my
Yes.
character and Aisha didn't really get along very well either, so...
I'm just like, meh, that's fine. I'm more concerned as to like what the is going on.
Yeah.
If we are your chosen, what were we chosen for?
Ooh.
She turns to face you, and her form changes to the High Overseer when she talks to you. She seems surprised that, like you can detect that she's a little bit surprised that she appears as the Overseer towards Sasha. At any point, you may make insight rolls if you wish.
Please, may I insight roll?
You may.
Thank you.
You have no idea why.
Oh, come on, come on.
I
10.
don't believe your
10.
10 is good enough. You have no idea why
By God or
the
by God?
person that you're talking to is surprised that she's appeared as the Overseer to Sasha.
Because Sasha's chosen one is not who Timon thought.
Should we make insight rolls? Yeah, no. No?
Sasha doesn't insight because Sasha has no insight.
You can-
She
you can roll
smiles
an A20.
wickedly at Sasha, which is strange because it's the image of your father, Sasha's father. And she says,
Sasha father.
Sasha's father, she says, Sasha, you and your friends have to defeat and save the world from the most dangerous creatures of them all. And she smiles even more wickedly, humans.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yes, before you can follow up or ask anything, they are even more dangerous than the gods you have encountered in the past. Gods are short-sighted, they are petty, and they are always black and white. They hunger for power, they blind themselves to what is important. Some turn to shows of brute force and destruction, like when you face Asmodeus and the Hark. Some cling to the past glory and try to creep into your nightmares, like Hester. And your gods of light are no better. Bahamut, Saloon, and that child Timot. She seems a bit dismissive of like Timot. They wait around to react to whatever terrible plot their opposing deities decide to cook up, and if nothing happens, they don't act at all. Such a boring existence, having to maintain this tug of war of balance. How did Sasha respond?
The gods definitely appear to be a fickle bunch. I myself
Certainly not worth your faith.
question why we follow them.
Oh, that's right, because you're having like a massive existential crisis, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
since dying, and then the voice
Which is
that saved me and brought me back.
Ah,
which
right,
is
right.
something massive, being the chosen of Timot.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, it's good that you realize that then. Because someone wants to remove that balance, to sweep all the pieces off the chessboard permanently. And that is why you are involved, to help me stop that. In the Lost Library, while you were looking for the Tome of Secrets, you have come across a tale before. Of this world partially closed off to the gods, have you not, Sasha?
Yes, we have.
Wait, what? Oh, we found heaps of books and stuff, hey?
Yep.
Yes.
And then there was a tale of how the
Yes.
world was once closed off and
Rook.
only one or something could enter.
Rook informed me of this tale. It's the tale of back before the gods, when the gods originally had access to this mortal plane. They were all here, and the humans, being too heavily influenced by the gods being here, exiled them all through the Great Gate and locked them out. The only way they had access to this plane was using one of their servants as a vessel, and they could temporarily come back through that vessel and elicit their judgment upon the world.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Are you explaining that out loud or in game or out game?
In game.
Okay, okay. Then she says, happy that you've managed to remember all this. And she says, the faithful among you may or may not have noticed that this world is quite unique. It's a playground where every deity can just happen to drop by. Have you not wondered why the realm gods mix with great ancient old ones? And they come from a multiverse of planes and universes, and they can all meet here. It is quite a mess, she says. Or he says, because he's the overseer now.
Is she referring to this?
The
She's
material
referring to this world.
the
Your
material
world.
plane
Your
is,
material world.
is known as the nexus of planes.
Mhm.
Everything crosses through here at one point.
So, she says,
The multiverse is here.
what is changing now? She says.
Iron out the crinkles in time.
Okay.
We are the TVA.
So because of that, your old tale, where partially closing off the world and limiting their influence was necessary. Otherwise, the gods just wreak havoc if all of them show up at the same time. However, now a path has been undertaken to escalate that close off. This is done to fully close the world from all gods, trapping them out forever, ending all magic, divine and arcane, and exterminating all faith and belief. It is something you will want to stop. However, the choice whether to do so will be yours. And she refers to all three of you, not just Sasha.
What's our choice?
To kick all the gods out, or
And have no
maintain
magic.
the status quo.
How do we know that you aren't a god just trying to influence us like all of the others to your particular path?
You roll an insight check.
Well, I mean, it's 1 in 20, right? You can get a nat 20.
I'm going to roll a dice.
And you answer that question, yes.
It's only a 12 plus insight of fuck all. Where is the button that I press?
So maybe 13.
I don't even think it's that good.
You rolled a 12, so it's an 11.
That's gonna minus 1.
No, it's just a 12.
12.
In total.
Flat 12.
You can neither tell whether she is trying to deceive you for her
I
own
roll a
purposes or
lolly
not, but you think she is, and she answers your question. She says, you're right. I care only for me and mine, and all droll children, even that one, I wish to preserve. If the world is closed, and this is a plot by humankind, specifically humankind, then all races that are not human will suffer. And that includes my droll children.
Man, there's always systemic racism in that whole campaign
It all
world.
comes to that.
And it's always
If-
humans.
If you wish us to help you in here of your plan for our path to victory,
Mm-hmm.
then at least do us the common courtesy of showing us your true form.
Ooh.
Bad
Persuasion. That is a valid request.
I'm going to twist my ring when I say that,
Yes.
which gives me advantage. If
It's the advantage, and if,
if
you
I
fail,
fail,
you
it's a-
completely fail.
It's a
Okay.
complete fail. Both 14s, so 20,
Your total is?
I think. Where's the button? 21.
She thinks quietly to herself and then eventually decides that that is a fair request. Her form changes into her true self. She resembles a gigantic spider,
Cool.
eight-legged, with the upper torso of a drow
So it's a
woman.
A dryad.
center, but a
Yes.
Um,
Damal. Even Damal knows who this is.
what fucking I know the fucking-
Loth, the
yeah.
Spider Queen. Deity of the Drow.
Loth. What a
Loth.
cool name. Why isn't that your god?
Because then
I
she'll
don't
be
have one.
super evil.
Oh, you don't have a god.
no.
Oh yeah, she doesn't. Because she doesn't need to.
I'm godless because
Yeah.
of my fucked up history.
Oh.
What does she say?
Her
after transforming
immense-
to a form?
Well, she transforms to her form and then she looks at you amusingly to see whether you fear her. Make a...
We all have to make the fear save.
Yeah,
don't
you have
we?
to make the fear save.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
So it is a
Why?
wisdom
Why?
save.
Because
Oh,
seeing a
not
god's
actually.
true form fucks with your head.
Wisdom.
Do you just lose your shit?
What's my wisdom extra?
Wisdom and then wisdom saving throw plus that number.
16.
Also 16.
19 on the dice. No plus.
It's fine, you all pass. Though you feel intimidated a little bit, you are not exactly quite frightened of her. But you do recognize who she is based on the tales and knowledge that the Drow are known for their cruelty. They worship this god who encourages that cruelty.
Can I roll knowledge religion
Yes,
to see what her portfolio is?
you can try. Yeah,
A natural one.
a natural one.
And
As
it's-
far as you know, evil, Drow, cruelty.
Yeah.
Torture, I guess, and spiders. The obvious ones.
Sasha is a dumb man. Okay, I'm gonna roll 2. Because it's gotta be better than that.
I'm just like,
Religion?
The-
I don't think
Religion.
religion, yeah.
The
Eight.
funny thing
Yeah,
was
no,
the one
you know
that,
about the same
the
thing.
the one that
yeah.
should roll religion
Mm.
is the one that has all of the bonuses to fucking bud stuff.
John?
No.
No, him.
well, I got a +3 to everything.
Are you gonna do it or are you just gonna talk about it?
Well, no, because I know who it is.
Yeah, we all know who it is.
What do I...
We want to know what her portfolio is. So all of the gods have a portfolio of particular tasks that they are in charge of. So like
like
Asmodeus
gardening and
was
stuff. One's on dishes.
secrets and no, Asmodeus isn't secrets. One of the other ones is secrets.
I can't remember.
Says
Yeah,
Odious?
but they've got certain
18.
things that they're in charge of.
And 18 pretty much tells you around the same things.
Yeah.
You think Sasha might have got them all? Like,
Yeah.
um,
Queen of Spiders, yes.
the queen,
of
the spider queens.
Okay, so
And
I
And to
don't.
that, what do you say?
Thank you for trusting us enough to show your true form. What is your proposal?
Also,
And-
before you propose anything, sorry for cutting in. What's the shit on my wrist and how do I get it off?
She looks at you and says, "If that disturbs you so much,"
What's
she
What's
waves her
the
hand
shit on my...
and it instantly crumbles to dust and leaves your wrist.
It was just painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
She waves her hand and it crumbles
Okay.
to dust and it
Yeah.
leaves your wrist, leaving
Great.
not a mark.
Thanks. Good. It worried me. I feel like I should have left it on there. God damn it.
She was channeling her power through you, which is why sometimes early on in the adventure, whenever you killed someone, I said they immediately disintegrated in dust.
Right.
I was
yeah.
hoping you'd pick up on that.
No.
But eventually I forgot about that, so I admit that I forgot to
You
mention
just
that.
stopped it from
Yeah, I
happening?
just stopped it, but actually it was meant to happen on every kill, and it would slowly build
twice.
up, and that's what led you to jump as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I know
So
these
now we
things.
can't jump anymore.
Well, that was probably your last jump.
Okay, cool.
That was the last jump we needed to see. That's
She
the
looks
thing.
at you and says, "You've already been serving me, and so far your actions have had their consequences. But now we look to the future or the present, and what you have to do next."
Alright, what's your plan, lady?
She tells you her story. She says, "You have heard of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, have you not?"
Yeah, but there's only 3 of us.
Well, not you guys.
We are not the four
Oh.
horsemen.
You are not the 4 horsemen of apocalypse.
Alright.
War, famine, pestilence, and death.
You think very highly of yourself.
Just shooting high, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot for the moon.
Undeniable forces of destruction that exist as a constant in all realities and all universes. They exist to the detriment of mortals. No gods can control or influence these 4 horsemen. And they are obviously they exist to exterminate mortals and just end the world or whatever place that they appear on. However, what most people don't know there is a 5th horseman that exists here in your world. This is the horseman of hate. This one exists to destroy all faith, all hope, and eliminate all gods from ever entering this world again. It is a purge of all religions. All followers of deities will be eradicated, and that's why you have seen the murder of priests, which was kind of hinted at when you were traveling upon the roads.
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice.
We came across.
Twice.
And she goes on, without anyone, and she looks at Sasha in particular, without anyone believing and remembering them, no god can ever enter this world again. Because their power comes in faith of the mortals that they serve, I guess.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Outside of the game.
Yes.
If we get rid of deities,
Yeah.
do our powers disappear?
Yeah.
Not
Your
necessarily.
divine and arcane powers disappear.
Not necessarily. It depends on
What spell
how
school
the
they are?
world, well, no, how the world works. Where if you get your powers from your deity, or if you get your powers because you believe in a deity, and the powers are actually within you, so you have the powers all along. You just think they get better because you believe in somebody.
I
Oh,
don't.
so I'm fine.
And I'm fine.
Well,
But you believe in nature.
It depends on how you go
Yeah.
and how we choose to play the game.
And what Kevin says.
As
Which
yeah,
was-
as,
Yeah,
All
but
divine
she's
and
telling you
arcane.
that once the gods disappear, that type of magic
I
will
don't
disappear as
particularly
well.
want to get rid of the gods. I don't understand the benefit yet.
But
Well,
those
there is
that
no
want to, they know the benefit. They
Okay.
take over the world
excuse-
because they're humans.
Excuse me, Loth. Can you
Yes.
please help us understand what getting rid of the gods will do?
She says, getting rid of the gods, by the people who are trying to get rid of the gods, means that they no longer magic is dead in this world.
Right.
When magic dies, technology wins.
Oh, and the angry boat guys are gonna be.
When magic dies, technology wins.
Right, and so the
You
fucking
know the angry boat guys.
yeah the
If
turtle won't
The
be
great
around.
human kingdom in the west.
if
They
you
have everything to gain.
I don't
have
want magic.
the
Wakanda.
power
What's the point of this
Mhm.
game?
to give us the ability to control time and move through time and space,
That will
you as a god should
yes.
have the ability to
Change
maneuver
things?
your followers to exact your will, as should all the other gods who have
We wish
these
to remove
divine
some
powers.
anomalies.
And then she replies to that.
Do you as gods not influence the will of mortals?
She says, there is a rule that all gods have to follow where we are not allowed to directly influence the mortal world. Like I mentioned before, like I mentioned before,
But here we are.
like I mentioned before, the ones that like obviously tried to directly affect were like people like Asmodeus. And in every situation when that happened, someone rose to balance the scales. And in this case, it was you guys.
Okay, so I quite like to keep the gods in the world.
Yep. She does continue on and says, my opponents in this game cheat, so I get to cheat too. I have pulled the strings I am allowed to and interfered as much as I can. As you have noticed, I have been sending you to key points of that child's life, to protect and to guide, but never to reveal what end you are guiding her to. She says, I believe this child is ultimately meant to stop the horsemen of hate, but whether they really decide to do so is guided by all of you. So she absorbs of her ultimate personality is based on what she has observed you all doing and what happens to her whenever you encounter her in the past. So if you kind of notice, there was a little bit of stubbornness, a little bit of cowardice, and that's something that she observed you in your previous encounters. Right? She says, the irony of me needing your virtue, honor, and selflessness to rub off on someone else and save this world is not lost on me. Something that I cannot achieve personally. And she says, as to your why didn't you send your minions to help, I actually have. The drow that I sent were meant to help you against that giant fish creature in the caverns.
Yeah, and then they killed all the dwarves.
Yeah, but the dwarves were not on your side.
Oh.
No, because the dwarves had
Angry dwarves.
tech dwarves.
Oh.
Oh,
The
that makes
dwarves are not
sense.
necessarily on side. Also, the assassins that are currently after you, perhaps that's why some of my drow have been taking them out. Olive warned Urbag about this.
That's right. She was like,
Yep.
all the assassins are dying. I'm just gonna sit this one out.
And if you choose to do nothing, the loss of life will be unprecedented until nothing remains except the humans that have started on this path.
I'm not cool with genocide.
Correct. And it is sort of racially and faith
Anyone
motivated.
cool with
genocide.
Oh, there are a lot of people. I am going to say Trump is one of them.
She steps closer while her giant spider form steps
I can
closer.
hear the drones already.
And she says authoritatively, you work for me. You are my spear and shield, and I truly hope that you are enough for this world.
Am I the shield?
I guess so.
I'm a pretty.
Beware though, the enemies that work against you are dangerous and will stop at nothing to achieve their ends. You have met some of them already.
How long have you been watching us?
Since the gem was first given to her by my drow sisters.
Can I have it back? I feel bad now.
And
And I like you.
But you like one of the most evil
That's
deities
fine.
that has ever existed.
Wait,
fine.
she's
on
still
multiple worlds.
she's still evil though.
yeah.
No,
That's
she-
fine.
Oh, she's still
I'm
evil.
sure.
Yeah, she's still evil. That's why.
So
yeah.
So I'm like, can I have it back?
She says, no, perhaps I'll give you another gift should you succeed.
Okay.
a long time ago,
Yeah.
we travelled to another timeline
Yeah.
in which a previous friend of ours had used an item to control and subjugate Freeport.
Yes.
Talking back to the King in Yellow, where we went to the alternate timeline where
They kept the ring
thing
of the dark one.
Jack hadn't
Yeah.
been killed.
Yeah.
Bishop wore the ring.
Yeah.
Everybody lived, carried on.
oh, that's right.
Yes.
Every other race that was in Freeport was slaughtered or enslaved. Shit was crazy.
Yes.
Do you know of this timeline?
She says, I am aware of your past travels, but it's not a timeline I've meddled in. For it is beneath my concern.
Do you just want to bring Jack back?
No. We
Obsessed with
have
Jack.
we have seen what has happened when that will has been enacted across
Yes.
an area.
Yes.
We know how serious this is. You are obviously trying to influence us to do what we know we need to do anyway.
She says not really influence, but provide help. She does not want to see this world die in the way that she has described.
What boons can you offer to help us succeed?
Ooh, boons.
Boon, she says, I have offered you all the help that I can already.
Can you get the can off the bench?
And like I said, I have interfered about as much as I'm allowed to so far. Should you seek gifts from the gods? Perhaps you should speak to the gods that are most connected with you.
But are they actually connected with us?
Well, that is up to you. What is your faith in your god?
My faith is in question.
Then that is something you should answer within yourself. I will not force you to worship me. However, I have provided my assistance and my meddling, if you choose to believe it that way.
Can I be cool with worshipping her for now and then give up later?
I mean, you can if you want to.
When
If
you
I-
were in Canada is the answer to the question.
Do I get I'll get powers and shit, right?
Not necessarily. It depends on whether you please her or not. Lot is considered a greater deity though, so one of the big bad ones. Very strong
He
deity.
was here for that.
No.
He played in it and then left midway.
Yeah. What?
He was
no.
in it.
Did he know it was the game?
Yeah,
Dead.
Deity.
that was the title of the campaign.
I'm confused. No, Tommy didn't time travel with this.
No, but
He didn't time
was-
travel with
yeah.
us, but he was there at the start of that
He's
campaign.
asked the question,
'cause
King
he
in
le-
Yellow, when
he
did we
left-
venture into
He
Lovecraft
he
territory?
teleported
Yeah.
in the museum.
He teleported out the museum when he was playing Count Tremaine.
Yeah, the
Count
Saint-
Saint Germain.
Count Saint Tremaine.
Is the Count dead?
No,
No,
He
just
time
disappeared. No, he didn't time travel. He just
Oh, he just
vanished.
poof, gone.
Yeah.
I have no problem with liking Loth, but I don't. What does being her subject? What does being your subject entail? There
Oh
you
man,
go.
I missed that because I was reading shit.
Oh, well, you further the Drow cause.
Okay.
You know, cruelty,
Matriarchy.
matriarchy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm still not.
You would be
that
the
keen.
typical. You have read. She goes. You have read those books.
Yeah, I have. I'm still not that keen. To be perfectly honest.
You'd have to like use lots of whips, you know, on your friends.
Yeah.
I think that one might
I'm not.
like it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not against it.
Did she point at Urbag?
Maybe.
and
Because
if,
Urbag would definitely be happy.
if we succeed,
If you succeed, you save the world.
what is to stop the gods from meddling again? And
No, you see, you fail to understand. The gods aren't actually meddling in
not
this time. These
thi-
are
not
mortals.
this
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
but previous times they have.
Nothing.
Oh
What-
yeah, she just laughs at you. I have no control over the gods, but I can tell you, I actually this world, is not one of my main concerns because you know, I guess through your even with your role, you know that Loth is one of those that exists across multiple planes.
Yeah.
Multiple
We're not
universes.
that important.
Yeah. So I mean, it is important, but it's not like the
Well,
most important.
she's one of the top tier gods.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
one of the top tier gods.
She's like
So like
A-class.
you contrast that with like she would
Timot
be
is like fucking on
yeah,
your
Timot is
prime
only
material
here.
plane.
Yeah, Bahamut would be another one that's
Yeah.
all across the world. Or all
Asmodeus
across
was
the
one that
world.
was
yeah.
across
Is there anyone that's good? That's the level.
Bahamut.
Bahamut would be one.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Any
Uh,
ladies?
Seiloon would
Seiloon.
be. She's not as widespread as Loth, no, I think.
Ion would be.
Yeah.
Are we talking about D&D gods?
Yeah.
D&D gods.
Yeah, there's like what is it, the big 13 or something?
I might have to get religion in my
Big
life.
7.
Get some more religion stuff
Yeah.
going on. Alright, I don't need to.
Some of them, yeah, they appear across multiple
But your god's
settings.
made up,
His god was just
Timot's
created
made
in
up.
this
Yeah.
world.
right? Yeah.
So he's like a youngling.
And my god is Dionysus, and everyone's like, who? I mean, you should get on
Get on the bus and you'll fucking meet Dionysus.
Oh yeah.
So you cannot offer us any physical boons.
Yeah.
What other information can you give us that will help us end this as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
End this as quickly as possible. She says, I do give you one more warning. Influence the child at your own risk. She must never know what you're trying to do.
What's she up to?
Because she has a destiny to stop the Horsemen of Hate.
Right.
But she also has free will.
What does
and
she
if
think she's doing?
She thinks she's killing the a king in the West. Whether he's actually the Horseman of Hate, you don't know.
Okay.
She for some reason she's had it in her mind that there's this human king in the West and he's threatening everybody else,
She wants to get rid of it.
especially Freeport. So she thinks she's trying to save Freeport.
Can I understand why she's doing this?
And
Like,
this is-
Freeport's a home family.
right. Okay. But how did
Yeah.
she find out that this when.
This is very his
How
dark
did
material.
she find out?
This
You
is-
have
this
not
is
found
level
figured
13,
that out
this
yet.
shit gets fucking
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
asking Loth.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Oh,
the
Loth doesn't
level
know,
limit?
or
Oh,
rather
okay.
she might not reveal that.
Right.
Yeah.
We've level 13.
Yes, you are level 13, I think. 12. No, I think you're 12.
I feel like we're 12.
I
feel
feel
like
you're
it
8
was
plus
something.
4. Or 9-3.
9-3 is 12.
Yeah, 9-3 is
Oh,
12.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Okay, never mind. This is very his dark materials.
Perhaps.
There's a
She
girl.
says,
She
I
has
can
a
also
destiny.
promise you
can't
that.
tell her she has a destiny.
Star Wars says hi.
Yes. The drow will not stand in your way, however, they will assist
It's only because there's a lack of female characters in
upon
fantasy.
my instruction.
Not in good fantasy. I've read some good fantasy books that have female
Yeah, good
leads.
fantasy books are good.
Mainstream.
What is it? The Dragon Prince series?
Sorry, what was the question? Kevin?
Well, I was answering Sasha said when she asked what kind of help would you provide, and she
Yeah.
says the drow race and everyone under Loth will not stand in your way. In fact, they will provide help.
Right, what's our
Even though
direction?
I mean, that's pretty hearty.
What's our direction?
An entire race.
Your
of people.
direction is to assist the child in,
Whatever.
in whatever.
But not directly influence her decisions. She has to make her own decisions.
She has to make her own choice. Like you can
Coerce.
influence her personality, which you have already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have.
There are little notes I've made, and then we'll see what her final choice is,
But
and
we
whether
can't-
you can.
We can't be like, oh, maybe we should do this.
You can try.
We already know what we have to do.
Yeah.
You already know what you
Save
have to
the
do. You
world.
know what
Yeah.
she wants to do.
It's sick of saving the world. Just
Also,
save
you're
her.
meant to protect her because obviously
Thank
the
you.
enemies want her dead
Okay.
or
Yeah.
removed from the board.
Is time traveling as normal while we're here?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, it's
While
time
we-
still moving.
while we-
While you're in this
Playing.
her domain, yes, time is moving normally for you.
And where is Eleanor at this point in time?
Oh, she's still on the sea. where you left
Under
her.
the sea.
With the turtle.
Yeah, but
Is the turtle
Wait, no,
alright?
the turtle's dead.
Turtle's not dead.
No, it had
Oh,
a hole
turtle
blown
dead?
in it. We
Turtle
didn't
had
say
a
it
hole
was dead.
blown in it.
Oh.
Can you heal the turtle? Like, what do your abilities extend to in terms of
What?
like...
She's not gonna heal the turtle.
Oh, I have a really.
She will send you back to her at the end of these at the end of this conversation.
Can I have? I have one really, really crucial question.
What's your
So do I.
crucial question?
We're a bit fucked.
Yeah,
at the
I was going to
moment.
say that.
And we've been trying to have a rest for quite some time.
Yeah.
Something you can do about that before
She laughs
send
at
us
you and
back?
says, "Healing magic? You think I have healing magic?"
Can you just stop
You,
time
you
so we can have a
literally
nap?
have the ability to heal yourself to max, reset.
She laughs
I
at you and
can't
says-
heal myself to max.
Reset everything. No, you can reset everything. You have an item that you can reset everything.
No, because
you
I-
might go a little bit
that-
crazy.
No, stop. That just says he doesn't need to sleep now. It doesn't heal him.
No, it does.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay, well,
What?
then
It performs the act of a full rest in the action that it takes you to
your
use
lamp
it.
of sucking.
The lamp of Morpheus.
No.
I
Yes.
thought about this last
read
week.
the
I was
full
like, why
description
the
of the
hell
lamp
is he
of
not
Morpheus.
using it?
Because it might make him crazy.
Oh, from lack of sleep.
not
But
that
he
bad.
doesn't need to
No,
keep
no, no,
using
no,
it.
No.
Yeah.
No, but if he goes to sleep, he then sleeps for
Double?
any sleep that he's missed.
Okay,
No,
before...
I thought it was double the
No, no.
sleep is missed. No?
It's
I don't-
so if he misses one night,
Yeah.
the next time he sleeps for 2 nights. If he
Oh,
misses
yeah.
4 nights, the next time he sleeps for 5 nights.
Oh, okay. I
Perfect
thought
time.
if he misses 4 nights, the
No.
next time he sleeps is 8 nights.
Okay, so I have
I would
a
have done 8
proposal
nights.
or a question thought.
Yes.
It's an actual. It's not homebrew, eh?
No, it's
Um,
fucking homebrew as fuck.
Is it
Yes, I would.
possible, please,
Yeah.
It's-
for you
Why
to
don't I
stop
have the description?
time for us
It's
so
literally an
we
item
can have a
out
long
of,
rest?
She says, no, that is actually not what I can do.
Oh, what's
I can send you to different moments in time.
But time will still progress normally.
Time still progresses normally. And that's why
What's the fucking podcast?
time does kind of pass when you disappear, although in varying amounts.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything, like, are we missing
I thought I
anything?
had the
Can I
description
perceive
of it.
The
anything?
No Sleep podcast.
you can go
that's where it
perception
came
roll.
from, which is a horror story podcast.
23.
I made it up.
23. Aside from what she has told you, you can kind of perceive that she thinks you will be successful, like so far on your actions and what you have done so far. She thinks that you are guiding her on the right path. So she doesn't have any criticisms of what you've been doing.
No
I
further
didn't know
bones
if
for
the
us.
form did
No
full
further
boons.
boons. Although she is
Have you
a
read
little
the
bit
full
surprised that
No,
you
because I
are
don't
more
have it.
cruel than she
Why
thought you would be.
But she's kind of happy about that.
Yeah, she was hoping for a good draw.
Yeah.
But in her eyes, you kind of veered and just went back to being normal.
And she
draw.
was like, what the fuck? How?
She thought you'd be a good influence, but no.
I'm trying.
Yeah, which is fine.
Right.
That's what you perceive.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Man, I feel like there's things that we
Yeah,
need to
me
know.
too.
Yeah, you covered most of it. Like she has explained what your aims are and who your enemy is, although she has not explicitly said who exactly is the Horseman of Hate. But it's something you would definitely figure out.
Are we gonna team up again? Will you see us again?
Oh, can we ask who is the Horseman of Hate?
You can ask who the Horseman of
Yeah, I'm
Hate.
gonna ask that.
She doesn't know. Shame.
She knows. She says it is a man, but not quite a man, who lives among the humans of Vasa.
Oh, we haven't been to Vasra.
No. But that is
Lives
eventually where
among
you are
them,
headed.
or lords over them?
Well, lives among them, lords over them, perhaps both.
Right. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Will we get the chance to meet with you again?
That remains to be seen. I don't know my own future, so if we see you again, then
Is there a way to contact you?
Oh, you only need speak my name, but be aware, you travel with someone connected to the gods of light. Like right now, he can't see us because it's my domain. But once you're out there in the modern world, if you call upon my help,
Yeah.
he will know also.
Saving the world.
And then they have that ego thing where they don't like it when you call upon a different god.
Right. Okay.
My god's pretty sweet with that.
Well,
My
thanks.
god would just
Some
be
of
like,
them are chill and pretty easy. They're not any of the
Judgy.
not say judgy, but the ones who actually want to do things. Like his god is, I guess, like
Let's
you
get
do
you
what you
first.
want, kind of lazy. Like
oh, he's
if
not
you're happy
lazy.
with drink and travel and
And
music
eating.
And party.
and party.
And
So some of them are kind of
Weird
neutral
amount of
as to
satires.
what's happening. Some of them actually want to do something.
Satire.
No. No.
Okay.
So
I
beat
think
the
it's
dirty,
satire.
dirty humans.
Beat them.
Beat the dirty, dirty,
really
technologically
tired.
advanced, magic-hating, faith-hating humans.
The
Let's fuck them
fire,
up.
the Fire Nation.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, it is basically the Fire Nation, except the Fire Nation liked fire magic.
Fire magic.
But they had cool ships. I need to watch that. I haven't watched it.
And with that,
The movie or the TV show?
TV.
she decides the conversation is over.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
A new series comes out soon.
With that,
Oh,
she
I see.
waves her hands, and a terrible black cloud of darkness filled with screams of lost souls and failed champions engulfs you. You feel a chill and a wet dampness as you're shunted back to where you came from.
Ow. Ow.
And
Why
now,
did we get kicked into the hole?
yeah, you are kicked into the hole.
Yeah, but why?
Why not?
Because she's violent.
Yeah, she's violent.
Oh.
She would have like whipped you or
Idiot.
something. She's not gonna give you nice things and heal you.
Idiot.
This is stupid.
You wake up suddenly back within the damp interior of the dragon turtle.
Oh, yeah.
The taste of salt water burns in your throat and lungs, causing you to cough a little bit violently. Eventually, you notice where there was once a massive hole in the side shell of the turtle, now rotting bone and flesh is slowly patching itself up. Eleanor sees you. She gets up and rushes over, nearly in tears, and she says, "You are okay. I was so worried. What happened?"
I'm just like.
Wait,
No,
wait.
I can say
I
shit.
have a clarification question.
A
Right.
clarification question.
Have we told her about the time traveling thing before?
You have not. You have only asked her, "Do you recognize me?" And then she
From
was like,
time long ago.
And she was like,
She was like, I'm not sure, or maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know about the time travel
She
stuff.
doesn't know about the time travel.
I'm cool with telling her the truth, like to an extent.
Yeah, but you can't tell her about the god
I'm not
because
going
she's
to
the
just
person
chill out
with
for
the
a
destiny. and
second.
you
I
can't
just
tell her
said
the
for a
destiny.
minute. I said we were taken away by magical means, and fortunately now it's over.
Good enough explanation. She blinks at you in surprise at what you've revealed to her, and she says, "But it's good that you are back now
Yeah,
among the
fuck
living. After the second ship fired, you were all thrown into the sea." She says, "I ordered the captain, the undead captain, to find you and bring you back, and he managed to find the three of you. Not Aisha, though.
Yeah,
She's
we're
lost
not-
and gone into the depths of the sea."
We're not entirely sure what happened
Yeah,
to
not
her.
entirely sure what happened to her. You have this suspicious feeling that Loth has done something to her. So,
Okay.
because of how
How
she was
she
speaking,
talked.
how she talked about Aisha.
Yeah.
Right.
And Eleanor explains, "And you have all been unconscious for the past 6 days. I've done what I could to keep you dry and warm, but there was nothing much I could do because I have no medical healing
Expertise.
magical
Yeah.
ability." And she says, "After the attack, we watched as the second iron ship rescued their drowning shipmates. Then they just decided to give up and head back out into the darkness of the open sea. For now, it would seem that we have stopped the attack on Kalinor, and perhaps people are safe now, but I wouldn't count on it." She looks a bit sad at the thought of all the people who lost their lives, including those that were murdered by horses.
Eleanor, sorry to be a bummer, but we're all exhausted. How are we going for time? Can we have a nap?
Oh yeah, she says you can take as much time as you want, because right now we are headed northwest,
Right.
and we want to go
Where are we headed
to
to,
stop
Eleanor?
this for good, or stop the attack. She says we have to seek out the Blade Life Cutter, and we are now headed northwest past the Dead Forest Isles. If we have the map somewhere, you know, to find an island called the Isle of Life,
I have the map. Hang on, I'll bring up the map.
a place
Oh,
only
maybe
accessible by lost souls or the dead. I don't know what dangers we might find there, but I hope you would help me face them, and it is maybe another 2 days worth of
What was the
movement
weapon
through the
called?
sea. Sorry?
Isle
What
of Life.
The Isle of Life.
No, the weapon. We were-
Oh, Life Cutter. One word, Life Cutter.
It's a legendary weapon.
Is it orange?
No, because it's not
no,
World
it's
of
purple.
Warcraft.
It is.
Purple?
Purple is legendary.
Yeah.
Orange is artifact.
Yeah, that's purple's the legendary item.
It's different in not World of Warcraft.
Right.
With that, the dragon turtle begins to lurch and tilt forward, diving deeper into the depths of the sea. The deep pressure around you feels a little bit uncomfortable, but you manage to bear it, even though it's quite strange. And then you realize how much your open wounds ache and sting.
I make nap.
Okay. Well, you can now take your full rest.
Yes,
if you
please.
wish.
Sasha will use her medical prowess and remaining spell slots just to heal the open wounds, so
Yeah.
to avoid infection.
Yeah, to
further.
avoid infection and all that, because you're kind of just lying in an undead,
rotting
rotting
carcass
of a
dragon
turtle.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
So at least the
healing,
wounds
so-
are physically scabbed,
Yeah.
not infected scabbed.
Do I get some of that love, or do I?
Everyone does.
Okay, great.
So you may heal up back to full, recharge all your spells and abilities.
Is it
and
actual
magical
full
items.
or is it?
It's actual full, because with the long rest, it removes the permanent HP drain.
Does it remove it all at once, or
Yeah,
is it
it
only a
removes
certain
all at
amount per
once.
day?
Yeah, it removes all at once. Yeah, according
Cool.
to how I wrote up the monster, it removes all at once.
Wait, what? Oh, it's a...
Because some of them got hit with a permanent HP
Yeah, I did as well.
losing effect, so your max goes back up and you heal up to that.
Okay. Oh, did we just get effectively a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Effectively, you kind of sleep for like a day and a half.
Slots. Slots
Finally
everywhere.
healing yourself.
During the travel time,
Yes.
Slots.
I will take Eleanor aside
Mm-hmm.
and chat to her about her plans and not try to influence, but suggest opinions that both help what we need to do, but also help her think better about the choices she makes, and not
That's
being
super vague.
not well. It's more about getting her to not be.
He just takes her aside and is like,
She looks at you stubbornly, thinking
But,
that
like,
you're trying to
no,
lecture her
no,
like
no.
the child she is.
No, like trying to get her. Like we're on your side. We're trying to do everything.
Oh yeah,
with
she
you,
trusts you that you are.
But-
yeah.
not to act emotionally, to think through what you're about to do before you do it,
Yeah.
so that you're making a reasoned choice rather than acting on impulse and emotion, which can sometimes lead to putting yourself into a situation where we can't help you fast enough.
She sees the logic and reason behind your request, and she says she will try to be better.
Like we are happy to make her part of the heroes of Freeport
That's a good one.
if she is willing not to abide by our rules.
She doesn't
but
seem like super
trust-
keen to continue the adventuring life.
No, but
Yeah.
like as far
Yeah.
as having that title
Yeah.
of being a hero who has saved Freeport,
But I don't
we're
think that
happy to
that's
help
her
her achieve.
motivation.
We're happy to help her achieve that
Yeah.
and save Freeport.
Yeah, she's happy
She just
that
needs
you
to
are
understand
helping
that-
her because she knows you are also kind of part of Freeport as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like acting
Yeah.
rashly is not.
I'm just
get
gonna
her what
hang
she
out with
needs.
her.
Yeah.
And we're buddies.
You're
'cause-
buddies, yeah.
Oh,
Eventually.
and talk to my rat because like he's probably been traumatized and I haven't talked to him.
Oh,
much.
Drowned?
man, the rat
Yeah.
drowned.
No, he's not drowned. He's fine. Rats
Dead.
can swim.
he's dead.
He's not dead.
Dead.
Who said he was dead?
Is he
No
eating
one
him?
said he
Is
was.
he-
No one
Is
said he
it
was
eating the
dead.
dragon turtle?
No one said he was dead.
Is he dead?
Did he get stomped by the
Because
horses?
he got
Kevin, is the rat dead?
just because he got forgotten about doesn't mean
I
he's
think
dead.
because the rat wasn't mentioned, it's not dead because it wasn't.
No one said he died.
Yeah,
Hasn't
no
been
one said
fed
he
in
died.
months. But hey, it's like this little rat on her shoulder. We're like, please just kill me. I'm almost dead.
Kill me like the bird!
The
2 days.
The bird did it easy.
I have suffered for so
The
long.
rat is fine. the rat is fine.
2 days pass, and shortly after your lunch meal, and at this point, everyone needs to remove 2 rations if you have
Because
them.
you guys forgot.
Yep,
Yeah.
Hey,
I have lots of rations.
does anyone have any fishing gear?
You can't fish when we're already deep in the water.
Correct.
Of course,
Can't
Diving
fish out of a
gear?
submarine.
of course you can.
Shortly after your lunch, Eleanor approaches you, breaking her concentration in whatever she was doing to control the dragon turtle. And she whispers, I think we're almost there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Strangely, you have not noticed the turtle actually going up.
Doesn't need to breathe when it's dead.
Nope, but she says, I think we can climb outside and take a look.
Wait, what?
Because we're in an underground, undersea cavern. You know what else was in an undersea cavern?
Under the sea.
Sebastian.
A kraken.
A
We
kraken.
might get the magic carpet back.
No, that one's dead.
That's
Nah,
dead.
Is it?
that's fucked.
Yeah.
Is it? Or is it part of the kraken's hoard?
She goes up that little step ladder thing that you used
It's
before.
part of Tamatoa now. He's just put it on his back.
Yeah.
And she opens out the hatch on the top of the turtle shell. Through the hatch, you notice that there is sunlight.
Oh,
That's
we're not,
nice.
It's not a cave.
Not
Said
a
it was a
cave.
cave. It's not a cave. Wait, how did it not go up and we're...
How did it not go up?
Or did it go up very slowly that we didn't notice?
Or is it magic?
Or science?
What type of science, Shay? What type of science says that going like this will eventually mean you're up here?
Because you go like this and the land's curved like this, so eventually...
No,
Yeah, that makes sense.
because you walk up the land.
Anyway, do you follow her out and up?
Yeah.
Alright, the
Sea
three of
level
you,
is a thing
along with
because
Eleanor,
it's
you
the
climb
same
out to the
level.
top of the
Yeah.
turtle shell, where you look out into the distance of the open sea. There, ahead of you, you see a large island, teeming with dense jungle and high mountain ranges. You feel that something is
Jungle.
not quite right. Even though you are out in the open sea in the mid-afternoon, the air is completely still, You can neither feel the warmth nor the chill of the winter cold. The sea itself is strangely calm and there are almost no waves at all. Is there anything you wish to do?
Where are we?
I want to see what I can see.
I want to
see what I
ask.
can perceive.
I want
You may
to
well
ask
perception
Eleanor
check.
where we are.
She said we were going into.
You are going to the Isle
Just
of
12.
Life.
It's the Isle of Life.
Aside from the island that is coming closer, or
Wait,
you are
is
getting
this
closer
like
to the
in the
island, you don't see
center of
any
the-
other ships
Is this
or
like journey to the
land
center
masses
of the
around the
ship?
sea around you.
Oh no.
Yep, the sun is high in the sky. You are not even really sure where you are in terms of
The center
position
of
of
the
the
Earth.
world. Yeah.
Are we in the center of the Earth?
What?
Mm. Oh,
Kevin's
yeah,
like-
the turtle could have just kept going down.
Come out the other
Makes
side.
sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, without doing anything, eventually the turtle moves towards the island and you land at an old wooden jetty that looks like it hasn't seen use in many years. You step out upon it and the wood is creaky and in many parts very rotten. It appears to be deserted and there are no boats in sight. Eleanor steps off with you and then commands the captain of the turtle to wait offshore until she calls.
Have you paid your coins?
To who? Chiron.
The journeyman?
Oh.
No, we're not going back then.
Not going back then.
Yeah.
We have reached
We're in the
the
underworld.
end of life.
Ahead of you, you see a simple dirt track that leads inland deep into the jungle.
Are you ready to fight all of our previous enemies? Because we are on the island of Lost.
Is it
We must,
polar bears?
we must overcome our previous existence.
I still don't understand why there was a polar bear.
It escaped from a zoo, I think, where it was being experimented on.
Mm-hmm.
That TV
Watch
show
out for the
could have
black.
been really
Watch
good.
out! Watch out for the black smoke.
Yeah.
It's coming for us.
I'd like to know what happens in D&D, to be honest.
Sorry.
Alright, what
I
do you wish
just
to
got-
do? There
I got
is a
fixated.
simple dirt track that leads inland deep into the jungle.
Onward.
Sorry, there's a dirt track that leads into the jungle?
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
From the jetty that you're standing on, no,
Okay.
nothing else.
Can I see
Blindly.
anything else?
You look around the beach, you see that the sands kind of just stretch to the left and right, all the way down, and again the island is quite large, so you
Nothing interesting.
nothing
in
interesting in
sand.
that sand. Yeah.
Alright.
Make perception check.
Oh, all of us?
Well, Demal, because you're
27.
27. Demal, you notice that there are no sounds of any animals upon
Oh,
the
yeah.
beach. You
Interesting.
thought there would be fishes or birds or seagulls, nothing.
No signs
Nada.
of life.
No signs of life.
Can I test the sand? Anyone prepared to wait 10 minutes?
What are you going to test the sand with?
I don't know. I've got a bunch of stuff.
Just eat some?
In what way do you wish to test the sand?
Oh, no.
Crunchy.
If you touch the sand, you die.
Wait, what? The sand is lava?
Straight from the path, and you will never find your way back to our reality.
Welcome.
I've got
fantasy
a
island.
poisonous kit.
Yes.
So
I
I
doubt
can-
the sand will be poisonous though.
I can't figure out yet.
Yeah, it would not be something that would happen.
You spend 10 minutes seeing if the sand is poisonous. The sand is not poisonous.
And then Urbank at the minute number
No,
9,
I'm
he
not
just grabs
doing
some
it.
and eats it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't eat my
just went
ration.
out.
Alright, let's move on then.
Okay, do you follow the path? Like Eleanor seems ready to go, but she kind of thinks that you will lead.
I will.
So be like,
Yeah.
Eleanor, what do you reckon?
I will lead the way down the path.
She thinks that it is further inland.
Alright,
the
cool.
sword that she's looking for.
Onward.
Hey, I
Onward.
said that already. No one listened to me.
You've made a suggestion. It's up to the rest of the party.
Following
to
the
do it.
trail, you make your way through the brush and vines. After about an hour of walking, quite slowly actually, because
Because it's a mud trail.
it's like thick vines and grass. Like not many people has walked through this in a long time.
It's not like what they've done with Cathedral Cove.
No, that is
That's
really
a
nice
good
and
track.
easy walk. The jungle trees, after about an hour, the jungle trees begin to thin out to long grass, and eventually you see some village buildings in the distance.
Ooh.
It appears to be a number of wooden houses encircled within a simple wall of sticks.
Does it look deserted?
No. A great tree grows in the center of this village,
That's cool.
shading everything
The
from
tree of life.
not really that warm sun. And you guess that there are maybe 20 or so buildings within this village.
Seems a lot like Critical Role though.
I haven't actually seen anything that resembles this. You hear the sounds of people talking, the clang as you approach, the clang of metalworking, and the sounds of chopping wood. What do you wish to do? So you are like, just as the grasslands kind of stop, and you are like peering out at this village. Yeah, you haven't seen anyone yet. You hear the sounds, you see the village, you see
Eleanor,
these
what do you
walls.
reckon?
Oh, yeah, Eleanor's the one that knows about the sword and stuff, right?
Well, she thinks that it's to find the sword. You probably have to talk to someone in this village.
Sasha continues towards the village.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Is ready to
You're
say
just gonna stroll up.
is ready to say a hail and well met.
Okay, hail and well met. As you approach, they haven't noticed you yet. You peer inside, like getting because the sticks. I mean, it's just like stick
Like,
things you can.
Is there an obvious gate?
Oh yeah, it's an obvious. Well, it's an obvious opening. There's not even
Yeah.
a gate.
So head to that obvious.
Yeah, you hear the
opening
obvious opening
and say hail and well met at that point and wait for a response.
yeah. So you approach, you peer inside. You see a variety of villagers going about their business. There are elves, humans, orcs, halflings, gnomes, all doing very unsuspicious villager things.
But all existing together.
As you enter the gate, you're initially not paid any attention.
Wait, did you say humans?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Elves, humans, orcs, halflings, gnomes, dwarves. They're all doing like just normal villager things. Crazy mix of people. Entering, you are initially not paid any attention.
Initially.
Initially.
Until...
And then a pair of small gnomish children notice you. A great smile shines upon their faces and they rush towards Urbag. Papa Rocksteady, you are home. What gifts have you brought us?
What? You have children? Says Damal.
Urbag looks confused.
I roll a perception to see if I know these kids.
Yeah.
I also do the same thing.
Well, Damal would 100% not know these kids.
Can she what the fuck with a 17?
That's probably quite...
I guess your perception will kind of tell you that they are gnomes. They don't necessarily resemble Urbag.
Well, they're not half gnomes, so you know it's not.
It's
one
not
of
my
the other-
children.
It's not one.
Whoa,
of the many,
wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Okay, they're not half gnomes. You're correct.
Which
They
means
are
he's,
full gnomes.
which means he has slept with a gnome, amongst the many other multitude of.
As you
female
stand there,
figures that
I rolled a
surprise. Oh, you don't recognize them. You
Ah.
who are these kids?
do they at least with his
Oh,
20?
I
Do they
don't
at least look like him?
What? No.
No, they don't look like him. I mean, they look like gnomes.
Give the children something.
Urbag
God damn you.
I'm like...
Do I have anything interesting in my bags?
I don't know.
But it's got to come from
Check.
him.
It's gonna
I
come
don't know,
from me.
I can
I've got interesting things.
He's got fucking interesting things.
I've got lots of...
And as you stand around pondering and looking through your possessions, surprised at the two little children, a stern, booming voice comes from across the yard, I guess, of one of the village houses, and she goes, "Leave your father alone.
What?
He's home now. He should spend more time with me." You turn and you look and you see this huge, butchy, like, orc woman who apparently is your wife. Or claims to be.
What?
Come, husband, come to my hut.
I'm like doubled over, like laughing my eyes out. I think this is the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You may
Hang
roll
on, hang on.
an
Wait,
insight check.
wait, no. There was an orc woman at an inn and I was drinking.
Yeah.
Yes, this is not the same orc
Not
woman.
the same orc.
This one is because the one that you were drinking at the inn was a mercenary bodyguard of some sort. So she
Yeah.
was like able, muscular,
Yeah, she was huge.
fighting fit. Yeah. This one is like an orc matron who looks like someone's aunt. She's wearing an apron,
She runs an inn.
a
This
bonnet. We'll say a bonnet.
This is from him getting that thing shoved up inside him, wasn't it? The cucumber thing.
What am I rolling?
That's a pretty good guess.
What am I
from
rolling?
Sasha.
Insight?
Yeah, if you want to go inside, you can.
Sasha wasn't there to know that it was a cucumber shoved inside him.
Wasn't Sasha?
No, because that was the pre-campaign.
No, you were there when you rescued him.
Yeah.
So you saw the cucumber.
9.
No, it was the other party that rescued him.
I should have asked Love what the fuck
What do you mean there was the other party? No, there was the other party that captured him. The bad guy.
Oh
party,
yeah, we captured him.
and then
and
you
took
rescued him
in.
as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
What is your insight roll?
9 total.
Your insight of 9 tells you that the children and the wife, the orc wife, we shall name her.
She has to have a name, Kevin. How can you have not given her a name?
We shall name her. I haven't named her yet
Why is it my wife? Why can't it be your wife?
Because it's your
because
wife.
Sasha has thought about something.
Oh.
Her name is Bertha, the orc. We shall
Bertha.
say
Bertha.
the orc. They both genuinely believe that you are their father and husband, which is
What
a
are the
little
kids'
bit
names?
funny. What
I
would you like
don't-
your kids' names to be?
Well, their
Well,
names
your
are
name
Ur-
is Rocksteady.
Their names are Urbag.
Yes.
That's it.
And they haven't been given their names yet because they're not of age. Look at that. The system
Done.
works.
Ah, okay, yeah, that works.
So that's how the naming process works.
We'll just say that there is a boy child and a girl child.
And they're both Urbag.
And they are both full gnomes, not gnome.
Wait. What?
Yes,
That doesn't work.
they are both gnomes. They are not gnome orc.
Is this?
They're adopted kids.
This isn't because I died or was undead.
No, you had
This
a
is
cu-
'cause of the
you-
cucumber.
You had a cucumber.
What
It
was
took
the
your
cucumber?
DNA.
Yeah.
They had cloned you. The cucumber collected your semen and your genitalia. Using the cucumber, they then cucumbered the orc into believing that you are the husband, and they cucumbered the two children to believe that you are.
That's a
father.
lot to take in, you know? Wife, children, cucumber.
She looks at you. She says, "Come back to our home. Bring your friends with you.
I'm like,
I'm sure you are tired after your long journey. Now you have returned to us, your family."
I nudge him in the direction.
wait, what? No.
Follow so we can get the information out of him. Follow so we can fucking get the information.
But I don't have children.
Yeah, but
Well, I
you,
probably do have children, but I don't know that I have
Damal watches these
You
two
have a
Muppets
spell
talk to
that-
themselves.
you have a spell that can hypnotize them.
The kids are really sad that you have not given them any gifts whatsoever,
Just
So firstly,
for you are their father.
I have a couple of crossbows.
What?
So you can give the kids some crossbows if you like.
What?
Or some, or like, do you want to give them like 2 pens and some
Damal is
paper?
that aunt who goes, "Here, have this dangerous weapon and ammo," and then just say, "Your problem now."
You're the one that gives noisy toys.
Yeah.
But like
And I like,
noisy
and I
toys.
run up to this
What's
old
that
lady
sound?
and I like hug her and I'm like, well, hi, I'm Damal.
She seems surprised and she says, "Any friend of my husband is a friend of ours."
I'm like,
You may-
yeah. Okay, we'll go in the house
You follow her to her village home.
that I've been in before, because obviously I live here.
It is a very comfortable home. A warm fire
Yeah.
kind of just smolders in the corner of the room, a cooking hearth, I guess. It's a fairly simple place for a small family of 4.
You haven't added orc to your
Um,
racial slay list yet.
I have.
Or what?
To your slay list.
Hmm.
Already. When did you do that?
World tour.
Oh. World tour. Off camera.
I was off camera because it was, what have you guys been doing in the past? And it was world tour.
It's a very cozy home, however, it does not seem to have any of the personal belongings you think Urbank would keep in his home.
No, because
Wine bottles.
Well, wine bottles, musical instruments, I guess, mementos of your
Tour
band.
t-shirts.
Yeah, your tour t-shirts and all that. So it's a fairly normal home. There's nothing.
Photos of me with other musicians.
Photos.
Golden
I-
records.
She invites you in and she's like, "Come join us for a meal since you seem to have traveled far and tell us about your stories."
Yeah.
And of course, the two children are delighted to have like their dad back,
Yeah.
and they kind of sit on his knee when he takes a seat.
This
Yeah.
took a
Yeah.
really weird turn.
Resembles egg fluid. It's not a weird turn. It's been around for a while.
I will help her make the meal.
Yep.
If she will let me.
Yeah.
And then
she helps you like kind of stir a pot of stew and all that.
Yeah.
Organic.
and then
Make a perception check.
The pencil.
Organic.
Good.
Organic resembles egg fluid. Humanoid.
That's what you got stabbed with.
Leathery goop.
Yeah. That resembles egg fluid.
Ah, yeah, my wife. Yep. What?
14.
A 14. You do notice that the meals that are prepared, that you're helping her prepare, do not contain meat at all. They're all
Vegetarian.
They're all strictly vegetables.
Yep.
Or safe to eat, of course.
Yep.
Like carrots, mushrooms,
Yep.
fungi, stuff like that.
Wait, what?
But no meat at all.
While I'm helping her cook, I'll ask her how her and Urbag first met.
She regales you of the story about how they met like 4 years ago. It was love at first sight. Then they had children, and every now and then he goes out on his adventures. Yes. He goes out on his adventures, and she waits patiently for him to come back. And now he's home, and she's happy, and hopefully he doesn't have to leave for a while.
So several things could have happened. She could have been gnome 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She could be in a different form for some reason presently.
Okay.
Eventually, Sasha and her finish cooking the meal, and she kind of serves it to you. It looks like some kind of stew with vegetables.
Great. We eat because we're hungry.
Yes, you are. Meal is delicious, as best as home cooked
Is there any
farm
wine?
meal. No, you don't notice any alcohol in the house.
Okay.
Which again, if this were truly Urbag's home, that would be strange.
Yeah, the whole thing's off.
Do you say this openly?
No.
Do you think Loth was actually you for a while?
No.
No.
Why
Because
not?
it was less than 4 years ago that she started channeling through you.
Yeah, but what if she was like, I'm just going to be a mischievous deity and go around masquerading as other people and get people pregnant and stuff? It's possible.
Then she'd have spider babies.
But then she'd be Zeus
and sleeping with geese.
It's not unthinkable.
and other things.
Yeah.
Hera,
Weirdo.
all the women on Earth. Hercules' mother.
After regaling her in some of the stories of our adventures,
Yeah,
on
she
the-
seems
on the
really
tam-
proud
on
and
the
genuinely
tamer side,
affectionate towards Urbag,
Yeah.
like the way she looks at Urbag. Yeah.
I will ask her. We actually came back because we need information as to a certain relic.
She looks confused at you, and then Eleanor as well looks surprised that you'd be so direct at asking, because she obviously doesn't trust. Like, she has learned her untrustworthiness from observing some
It's
of your
my
actions.
wife.
Yeah.
And especially she can pick up on the fact that you are really confused, like because you've been going on, is she my wife? Who are
I'm
these
like,
kids?
Man, I must have drunk way.
Alright, so you asked about the relic. She looks at you in confusion and she says, "No, this is a place of peace. No weapons are kept here,
I'm just going to be
as
like,
far as I know."
do you mind if I duck out for a smoke?
Wait, what?
What?
Since when did you smoke?
I don't, but that's my reason to get out of the house.
She says, "You are not a prisoner here. You come
Alright.
and go as you please."
Alright, I said
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then you leave.
Yeah, I want to see how far away
Never
is the
to
tree
be
of life?
seen again.
Well, the center tree is perhaps, we'll say, a 10-minute walk from the front of the house.
So these guys won't notice I'm gone between minutes, right?
They would notice because you didn't sneak off. Like, they would see you leave. And because you asked her, like, I'm going out for a smoke. And then
Yeah.
they would hear, like, yeah, you're not
We're all sitting at
continuing-
the same
You're all sitting at
table.
the same table.
I'm off to go check out the tree of life.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No. You just say that.
Nope, she's gone outside for a smoke. That's what she told us before
Oh,
she left.
right, okay.
And you guys are clearly smart enough to be like, where the fuck is she going?
Just be like, she doesn't smoke.
The children still look disappointed that Urbag has not provided them with any
I
gifts.
gave them crossbows for them.
Oh, crossbows. You actually have extra crossbows.
Yeah. I picked them up off some bodies one trip.
Really,
So
really
I
odd.
wrote them on my thing.
And actual full-size crossbows.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, and a couple of ink pens and some paper.
Okay. I guess the wife doesn't seem too pleased that you've given her children weapons, but
in a society which is weapon free.
yeah, a society which is
and
weapon
a
free.
peaceful society.
Yeah. So she kind of just steps up and kind of quietly takes the arrows and she like lets them have the crossbow.
Do they
without
get the
any
Do they get the pens and the
Oh
paper?
yeah, that's fine. They get
Great.
the pens
Drawing
and the paper.
implements.
Yeah, drawing
Fantastic.
implements. That is more acceptable to an orc mom, wife of Urbeg. She because she doesn't want to be rude at your offer of a gift, she lets them keep the crossbow.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I
Even
do.
though they look
But I want
ridiculously
my
heavy in the hands of gnomish children. Yeah, what do you wish to do? Damal, we will pick up a little bit.
Go.
Depending on what Sasha and Urbeg decide to do with this confusing turn of events.
Sasha will continue to try and probe her about information and see how deep
It depends on
the
what questions
backstory
you're
is.
asking.
So
Yeah.
like I'm trying to get how deep her backstory is and how much
So you're asking her questions with regards to Urbeg.
in regards to Ubek
Okay.
to try and find if there
Ask
is
her how we got here.
like a blank or why they came to stay at this particular island and
Okay.
how long's Ubek been gone since his last trip and like just
Yeah,
details
we'll
to
make
try
you-
and find a loophole.
Yeah, we'll make you roll an investigation roll because this is you trying to
An
find out.
investigatory.
12. Your investigation is sufficient to determine that a lot of our answers are vague, like they don't have specific details.
Oh, and the other thing is that she could be mind controlled.
They don't have specific details. However, she doesn't seem to be lying. These seem to be like memories that she
So
has.
she thinks that it happened.
Yeah, she thinks that happened. So you don't detect that she's lying. She thinks that it's happened. Urbeg is super confused. The children think that, or they believe that Urbeg is their father.
Urbag. I feel like Urbag would still be just sitting there like the whole time going.
For the first time, Urbeg is silent.
Sasha asks if there is anywhere on the island that they are not allowed to travel to, if there's any restricted spaces or anything like that.
Because we don't want to disturb the peace, so
Oh.
we need to know.
She says the island is open to all. Sathona has blessed us with bountiful safety and like
Sathona?
Mm.
what's a Sathona? Has blessed us with bountiful safety. Not there are no like beasts or animals upon this island which wish to harm
I
us.
do
so
a
we are safe.
religion check on Sathona.
You may.
14.
The name does not appear in any religious knowledge that you know of.
Great.
Because we are in the Isle of Life.
The center of the earth. Somewhere.
Matrix.
Dun, dun, dun.
Eventually, Damal makes it to the base of this huge tree. It's about the size of a giant redwood tree, as you would think of in the States,
In
Yeah.
real terms?
in real terms.
Or a
The
coding
branches
tree.
are really high, so if you want to reach the branches above, you
Yeah.
have to climb the actual tree, like to touch the leaves and all that.
Yeah.
Um,
Do I notice anything about this tree?
you may roll a perception check.
Cool. 26.
26 is good enough. You think that there are strange fruits upon the branches of this tree.
That
fruits
makes
look
sense.
somewhat familiar. Seen
Are
them
they-
before.
Are they green and long and gooey?
Yes, perhaps they are, or at least from your distance, you think that they are shaped and colored.
I
in
pull
that
out
way.
my green and long and gooey thing from my bag and
Well, you have like a smash like
like,
liquid.
can I
thing.
reach the other ones?
No, you can't. It's way too high. You would have to climb.
Do I notice anything else?
Aside from that, you do not notice anything else.
Yeah.
You don't notice any people coming close to the tree though. Like all the other villagers, they walk around it. They don't. They treat it with reverence.
I'm going back to the house.
They don't.
That's my decision.
All right.
After observing these things, I'm going back to the house.
As you walk back to the house, I would like everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Fucking 1. Net 1, baby.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
This dice is not doing
19.
anything
and Sasha.
Con saving throw.
Lots.
What is your lots?
Fucking heaps.
Alright, Sasha and Obeg, you
22.
both feel fine. But Damal, who you are not looking at while she is walking back to the house, she feels incredibly sleepy and eventually collapses onto the ground, falling asleep
Halfway through the tree and the house.
halfway between the tree and the house, we'll say.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's just wisdom saving throws I've got.
Yes, wisdom is yours, the index, I think.
Does Eleanor fall asleep?
Oh yes, that is a good question. Eleanor has made a saving throw. She does not fall asleep either. So the three of you are...
Makes it even harder to tell that Damal is suddenly
Eventually
unconscious
Damal
in the
will
middle of
not come
town.
back and you'll go, what happened to Damal? And then you would go out looking for her. And I
Who is
guess...
Damal? Do we even know Damal?
I
Would you
guess
like a
with
cute
that,
number?
we will wrap it up for the night.
Mm.
And you will figure out the mystery of Urbag's family.
I'm stunned. Okay, hi. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content, hit follow on Twitch, follow through to the YouTube, hit subscribe on YouTube because we want the YouTube subscription things. And
Today's episode brought to you by Marshmallows.
Yes,
If you know us, you would understand.
marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye.